Hello guys! Thank you for joining me again today for episode 21 of my Inspirations podcast. So, my podcast is a weekly podcast. It's uploaded on YouTube every Monday at 5 p.m. Paris time. It goes hand in hand with the shop update because I talk a lot about knitting but also about yarn dyeing. I'm an indie dyer based in France and I sell my hand-dyed yarns in my Etsy shop. So the podcast goes hand in hand with the weekly shop update. The shop is updated every Monday around 5 p.m. Paris time, and it also goes hand in hand with the newsletter, which is sent around the same time at 5 p.m. Paris time every week. So if you are looking for the link to the newsletter, everything is in the show notes, as well as the link to the Etsy shop and my Instagram handle. You'll find everything in the notes. Also, I have an ongoing KAL, so that's a permanent KAL. It renews every month, and to enter you can just post a picture on Instagram or on Ravelry. You have the link to the discussion thread, to the dedicated discussion thread on Ravelry in the show notes. And to enter, you just have to post a picture of your Tricot stitch project. It can be with the pattern or the yarn or both, and you can play along on Instagram with this hashtag, and you can win every month. There's one skein to be won. This month is the June colorway of the Sock Knitters Almanac, so that's the Tricot Stitch Monthly Yarn Club. It's called Garden Prince, and also to be won is a copy of the month sock pattern selection. This month is the Faded Princess Socks. So it's open to participants internationally, so you just, you can come along and play, and I'll ship the yarn to you if you win, no problem. So this week we're going to talk a bit about Wipgo, because I completely forgot to talk about Wipgo last week. Then I'm going to talk to you about the Jimmy Shawl KAL and the Jimmy Shawl update, shop update that happened last week. And then I'm going to share with you what's going to be in the shop this week. There is a few skeins of yarn, no themed shop update this week. Just some, hand-dyed yarns. And I'll share a bit about my projects as well. But first, Wipgo. So I know that some of you must have been waiting last episode to have the Wipgo numbers for June. I'm so sorry about this, guys. I completely forgot. That's because I'm completely behind on Wipgo, and I think it went to the back of my mind. So the numbers for June are 1 and 17. For me, last month Wipgo projects were absolutely awesome. I would have loved to have the time to work on them, but unfortunately I couldn't find the time because there's a design I'm currently trying to finish. Ideally, I'd like to finish the design before the start of the Jimmy KAL. And I had the gnome to finish as well. Well, there were other projects that needed my attention first, and so I didn't do anything on Wipgo. This month, number 1 for me is finish my Love Knot sweater in the Mojo colorway, and actually that's done, guys, because my friend Letitia knitted it for me. She finished the sleeves, so that's officially done and crossed. And the second square, that's 17, and that's the second side of my Poinsettia mitts. That's the Latvian mitt pattern that is Christmas themed. Okay, that won't happen. I'm sorry, but no. So Wipgo for this month is going to be just blank for me again. We'll see about July, and maybe, just maybe, over the month of August I will be on vacations. And I will have some time to dedicate to Wipgo. So yeah. So that's it for Wipgo. You will find all the links related to Wipgo in the show notes. Very quickly, was an initiative by Jessie Married Stuff or Make Stuff, I never remember. It's basically about cross stitch first, but I decided to apply it to knitting because I think that the idea of having the bingo game adapted to your work in progress, my numerous work in progress, is very fun. So yeah, I decided to play along, even if I'm not doing anything. I have not been doing anything on that for the past 2 months, I think. But yeah, fun. Okay, so about the Jimmy Shawl. So the Jimmy Shawl is the shawl that you get as a present, as a gift when you subscribe to the newsletter. This is Tricot Stitch newsletter. This is this pattern. This my second Jimmy, and I knitted it with a rainbow of neon colors. That's basically the kit I put together in the shop last week. One of the kits, and oh my god, you guys loved all the kits. I mean, this one, that kit went out in a matter of minutes. It was crazy. So there is some pre-orders opened in the shop for this kit. If you missed the ready to ship one, know that there is a pre-order, and it's actually going to be a very short pre-order because I dyed the kits this morning. I just have one colorway of mini to dye on Monday, but otherwise it's done. So yeah, I think it's going to be shipping end of this week or maybe beginning of next week, but it's going to be quick. So not too late to join the Jimmy Shawl KAL. So cool. About the Jimmy Shawl KAL. So I'm going to give you the details. I worked on that quite a lot, and what I did is prepared this little infographic for you guys. So actually it's going to take the form of an Instagram challenge. I'm quite excited about that because I thought long and hard about how I could make the Jimmy Shawl KAL something I would really look forward to every day, something fun, something I wanted to participate in, something I could, host and animate for 7 weeks, not to get, because I get bored very easily. I think that's a big default that I have. I get bored very easily. So I thought you have to think of something that will not bore people, that will be enticing and make them want to play along. So that's my version of the perfect KAL to me, at least. So here's the little thing I put together. I'm going to post it on my Instagram, and actually it starts today. It starts today because today is the 14th of June for you guys. For me it's still Friday the 11th, but for you it's going to start on Monday the 14th of June. I know, I said it would start on the 16th. It's just that I wanted to give a chance to all the people wanting to play along to introduce themselves. So today, Monday the 14th, is going to be all about introductions. If you're planning to join and participate in the Jimmy Shawl KAL for 2021, just after watching the podcast, go and introduce yourself. You can watch the Jimmy Shawl KAL by subscribing to the hashtag, so that's KAL, here KAL, Jimmy 2021, and you can play along just by posting pictures on Instagram and mentioning the hashtag. If you want to be sure that I see your publications, you can also tag me in your publication. I will try and repost a lot of things in my daily, Instagram stories. But the first thing, apart from the introductions, is going to be the cast-on party, and that's exactly on the 16th of June, and at 5 p.m. Paris time I'm going to organize a Zoom cast-on party. So I will send you the details in the newsletter. If you're planning to join, just drop me a message. so that I can count you in, and just to know that you're planning to join. It's going to be bilingual, so I think most of the participants are going to speak in French. But don't fret, I'm going to be there talking to you in English if you're in English, and it's going to be fun. It's just that it's going to be bilingual, and I did that already last year. It was a bit awkward at some time, but basically because I was trying to translate everything. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I'm just going to go with the flow and have a chat with lovely peeps from other countries in English, and then the French girls are going to speak French, and the one speaking English will join in the chat, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a maelstrom, but it's going to be fun, okay? And so the idea behind the KAL is, just to share some pictures as if Jimmy was your little pal tagging along your daily life for the future 7 weeks. And you're going to share what you're doing with him, basically how it fits in your life. So the first week will be quite, the classic sharing things. There will not be a prompt to share every day, because honestly, that's too much. I never could keep up. Posting every day is like, ugh. Even if it's fun, it's so not every day. So that's Monday, introductions. Wednesday, it's your yarn. It doesn't have to be tricot stitch, it can be whatever you have. And cast on, with the cast on party that you can join if you wish to. And then on Friday, there's a prompt to share your first rows, so your baby Jimmy, okay? And then starting on week 2, there will be a prompt on every Monday to share your progress over the week, over the weekend, on your Jimmy. And then on Wednesday will be fun little prompts like show us where your Jimmy lives. For example, that's your project bag, your needles, your markers. We knitters like to look at those, so we're very curious. I am. Or your coffee break with Jimmy. Are you knitting your Jimmy while you're taking your coffee break? Just, take a snap and share it. Same with tea time or apéro time, a thing that we have in France, and I think every country should have it. It's like at the end of the day, we just, take a break before dinner and we have a drink. It doesn't need to be alcoholic, but we have a drink, we eat a few snacks, and we just chill, basically. That's called apéro, and that's so cool. So that will be for week 5, for example, Jimmy at apéro time. Then it's Jimmy when it's nomadic. Are you taking a stroll, knitting Jimmy, for example? I know I am. Knitting while walking, even if it's not very cautious, but I do. And then at the end of the month is going to be Jimmy on vacation. So if you are lucky to be on vacation, just, share with us, have us, in a vacation daydream. I won't be in vacation at the time. Or if you're not, it doesn't matter, just pretend. And then on Fridays, it's going to be all the fun things. For example, where you knit your knitting spot, your favorite knitting spot, the friends of your Jimmy, like your other whips, or and also for the following weeks, I thought it would be cool just to share some recommendation, like playlist recommendations, something cool to listen, Netflix recommendation. I know I'm always browsing for hours to find something to watch, and many a time, I just don't watch anything. I just, browse and then go to sleep. And then book recommendation. I'm a huge fan of book recommendations also. I know Bookstagram is something. And if you wish to share some book recommendation, I'm all for it, okay? And then we're going to end the KAL with some Jimmy love. And that's I think that's going to be the most emotional for me, because I so love this pattern. Over the years, it's become something very important in the tricot stitch, universe, and I'm so very happy to be sharing that with you, and I'm just eager to see a lot of little Jimmys pop out everywhere. So yeah, so that's the KAL. I hope you like it. I hope that you will be joining us in the fun. Just make sure to subscribe to the hashtag and to use the hashtag. That's for the challenge on Instagram, but then you will have until late September 30th to enter your finished Jimmy and win prizes. If you wish to offer a prize for the KAL, just reach out. I'm looking for sponsors to offer a lot of prizes at the end of the KAL, so just get in touch, okay? And also I thought we could have a little read along. It doesn't have to be, I mean, it's not mandatory. It's something separate that will run along the Jimmy KAL, but will be separated. It's a different hashtag. It's all different. But the book I chose is this one. Oh, this one's in French, but that's Anne Granger. That's the first book in the series. I don't remember which one. I'm going to give you the title in English. Yeah, it's Mud, Muck and Dead Things. The original title, it's by Anne Granger, and I heard it was pretty cool. And it's the first of a series. She has another series that seems pretty awesome about Lizzie Martin. In the Victorian London, that I think that's my preferred period and place on earth, Victorian London, but I might just have a look at that as well. Anyway, I've not read it yet, so I don't know if it's good. I hope it is. We're going to discover that together. So what I did, I prepared another little, thing to share on Instagram. It's going to be the roll for read along, Jimmy 2021 for the hashtag, and the idea is to I put together a reading planning. So for example, first week is going to be chapter 1 and 2. Week 2 is going to be chapter 3 to 5, and so on and so forth. And so I'm suggesting to share a post if you're participating in the read along, to share a post on the weekends, because there is no prompt for Jimmy on the weekends. So just share a picture, and I mean, it doesn't have to be a picture of Jimmy or of the book, but just, yeah, share something on your grid or on your stories over the weekend, just to chat about the book if you want to join the read along, I mean. The only thing is, be careful about spoilers, because we want everybody to enjoy the read and not be spoiled if you're going to read faster. That's the planning schedule. So yeah, that's it. That's the only constraint, really. It's not to spoil the other ones. And that's it. I hope you like it, guys. It was fun to organize all that. I hope you will be joining en masse, and that you will enjoy yourselves. I'm going to enjoy myself, I know that. Okay, in terms of yarn, you might wonder, because I'm going to cast on with you guys, I told you that before, I couldn't choose between the Jimmy kit, the autumn inspired Jimmy kit with the minis, or the precious Jimmy kits with Sous-Bois and Hebrides. So I don't know. I have still not decided. I snagged the two from the shop update. Bad Christelle. I couldn't resist. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a last minute decision. I don't know. I still don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you what's in the shop today, basically. So today it's not a themed shop update. It's really what I've been stashing, because I have a lot of pre-orders, and what I do is, when I have some overflow. That's more, I dye more skein than what you ordered. I'm keeping the extra skeins. And I put them aside, and when the box is full, it goes in the shop, and the box is full. So I'm just going to show you what's going to be in the shop. So first of all, you're going to have 3 skeins of Crazy Witch, which is a gorgeous and completely crazy colorway with 13 different colors and a lot of speckles. You have one on Stellina with sparkles, and you have 2 on MCN. Then I'm going to have 3 lovely mer kits, so that the base are used for my precious Jimmy kits. And I have one in Darker Things, one in Entre Chien et Loup, and one in Hint. Then I have 2 skeins of Entre Chien et Loup on beautiful yak sock, and that's absolutely gorgeous the way the yak sock base takes the dye. It's very deep, very intense. I love those. I have a skein that if you want to try plant pulling, you can, you know, play around with that. I actually dyed this skein for a plant pulling project from one of my clients. So 1/3 of the skein is this color, and the 2/3 of the 2 other thirds of the skein are this beautiful variegated deep green. Well, almost semi-solid deep green. Then I have 2 extra thin socks 3-ply, the Long Night colorway. I've been dyeing this base for a few weeks now, and I can tell you that it takes the dye beautifully, but not very intensely. I think maybe it's the ply structure, but it's beautiful. But I know now that the colorways are slightly lighter when dyed on this base. Then I have 2 Queue de la Goule on yak sock. So yak sock is gray to begin with. Again on yak sock, I have 3 Molten Gold. So Molten Gold is the colorway that is initially yellow to brown, and on yak sock it's like bronze. It's gorgeous. And then I have 2 Chinon. Well, it's almost Chinon. Because I slightly tweaked the recipe for a lovely customer that wanted something a bit different from my original Chinon colorway, and I added a bit of orange, and I think it's gorgeous. It's even more intense, and yeah, it's really well. I think I even love that version more than the original Chinon. Then I have 2 Exhaustion colorway. Well, 1 colorway, but 2 skeins of this colorway. So this is using the leftover dye from my dye sessions, and you can see there is a bit of speckling happening here, but it's not my doing. It's automatic speckling. I didn't do that, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't have a name yet, and it's on Extra Things 3-ply. Then I have a beautiful skein on Lurex of Neon Coral, so that's a neon pastel. Beautiful shade of very light orange. And then I have a few skeins of Fleur de Prunus, which is one of my colorways in the Lisa color palette. So I have 2 MCN, and I have 2 Stellina. And that's it for this week, guys. Now I'm going to, I have just not a lot of knitting to share with you because the week was quite busy. I am actually finishing a design that I can't show you yet, but that is having me quite occupied, and I'm on the last rows, you know, last very big rows, so I'm knitting on that a lot. But what I managed to do is finish my gnome. So Nathan is finished and is lovely. So that's out of the kits I prepared for this mystery KAL, and this one was Gnome de Blé. And I just opened pre-orders for those if you wish to have the same. There is 3 colorways for Knit Your Own Latin, and I've opened pre-orders for the 3 colorways I created for this lovely gnome. And also the other thing I worked a bit on this week is a rocket tee that for which I cast on last year, actually on August 1st of last year. And I didn't do much, but I don't know why, I just craved the color, I think, because it's so summery and neon, but also very pastel. And it's my colorway Cocktail by the Pool, and it's on the slub base and Syrian silk. So I really love that colorway. It's one of the first that I dyed when I, resumed dyeing yarn. I think it's the first that I created when I resumed dyeing yarn. And this is on Syrian silk, and this is the slub. It's lovely. Well, the cake is not lovely, but the colorway is lovely. The cake is a bit all over the place, I'm afraid. Okay. And I worked a bit on that, just for the pleasure, because I don't think it's going to be done anywhere soon. It's not, but it's always a pleasure to add a few rows and enjoy the color. And that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be seeing you next Monday for another episode of my podcast. So I wish you a lovely week. And no, I'll see you before that. I'll see you on Wednesday for the casting party. Okay, so see you soon.